Hello there, superfans. The Battle of the Cooks actually wraps up in this episode, as two masters of the game clash to see who will come out on top. Al is going to kick things off, so let's head on over to his fort now.
So here we are at my fort.
What happened?
What, Joe? I know it's like we don't record every week anymore, but you remember what happened, right? You were here for it.
No? I mean the slow decline of your fort?
Yes, the decline and fall of the Albert Cook's empire. Oh no!
Quite interesting. I guess DF Hack runs a script at the start of the game to give you the
It'll tell you if somebody starts starving as well. Oh, I don't even know who was starving.
I never seen that. I never seen a pop-up saying it's...
I'm pretty sure I have seen that myself, but...
I feel like it would be way more often with how bad we are at doing this.
No, because I remember getting some at the end as well. Like, well, I've got some things starving, but that's it.
That's fair enough.
I'm just slaughtering all my things.
I love video games.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, me too. Wow, great. You know what I enjoy is readily available potable water, Joe. Boy, what a world.
I'm just having, I don't know, I'm dipping back into my Steam library more and more. Having a good run in a lot of games. RimWorld's been hilarious for me.
I found a good Mist-alike that I hadn't completed that I was enjoying getting into. Not enough of those in the world today.
They gotta be tough. You gotta make puzzles.
You gotta make puzzles, you gotta craft a whole world, right? And it's gotta look interesting.
Just the puzzles. Outside of Myst, I'm not sure how big they are. Unless you have to have like a story.
I don't know how well Obduction did, their sort of new take on the idea. I know it was a great game. I don't know if people...
I've only heard about it from you. It wasn't in the Steam top 20 games.
No, not like, is it not RimWorld? Factorio. Well, I don't know. RimWorld might be in the top 20. Factorio, they keep mentioning. I've seen several posts recently about how it's in the top, like it's the second highest.
I'm grabbing that shard I grabbed. That I grabbed.
Portal.
Grab. Oh, that's not it. I don't know where it is. I thought it was in here somewhere. Didn't I post that to... Man, how far back does this go? Tell us what you're doing in your fort, though, Al.
I'm gonna dig down and open up the circus.
We have to have an episode. If you want to just call it, we can call it. You just have to say Joe is superior in all ways. Albert in Dwarf Fortress.
Well, but these guys seem to think I'm doing pretty good. Saber Grizzles has been found at a half-day's travel to the north and looks to your thriving economy for its future prosperity. No, I can't just call it. Yeah, I'm sorry. You want to make a video where all we do is just say, well, that's it, folks?
Well, you're going to dig through the circus. It's going to be 5 minutes.
I got to get there. And then we'll get to see stuff burn and like the last guy die, and it'll take more than 5. It might not take the full 40.
All right, fine.
I don't.
You're going first, so I'm
your
like,
alternative is for me just to say some words and make you feel good.
Yeah, it'll be the lead into the adventure mode. You clearly have to.
What?
I need something. Actually, what is the? I forget what the total tally is.
I'm sorry. You have a win. What do you need?
You won the first one. The first episode of the first battle, I got attacked and killed.
Right.
The second one was books. You came out ahead there, so it was 2-0. Third one was the pyramid. You got attacked.
Yeah,
so
the upside down pyramid. I have to open.
I think it's 2-2.
Well, you can win. I don't care.
No, you have to. That's the problem, Albert. You have to care for the win to be succulent for me.
Okay.
If you're just saying I don't care, it doesn't make it a win.
That's my strategy.
Yeah, I know. It's a crap strategy.
Is the way, Joe.
It's the stupid sour grape. Oh, this grape's probably sour anyway. This isn't really what we're doing. Well, okay. So while we're doing this, should we just discuss adventure mode because we got the time and you're.
Yeah. Oh, I was looking into some of our previous stuff we've done on YouTube, and adventure mode is one of the most fun things and one of the most successful things that we've done, to be completely honest, from a views standpoint, which I'm all about chasing that. And so I thought, why not chase that as hard as you can? And there's some stuff I want to do with mods that I'm very thrilled about.
Such as?
I don't.
Okay,
no,
do you see
no. Okay, this is the thing. I'm not going to tell you. I want it to be a surprise. You're going to come in and you're
going to
like,
be Al versus?
No. It's gonna be Al shows Joe a crazy thing. There's a ghost in Dwarf Fortress. Adventure mode.
A ghost! I will say also for this, because I am notoriously behind on... Well, no, I'm not behind anymore, but I've had to move it to once every 2 weeks. And this is a large edit. This is one of my favorite products, but it has not been crushing it. I feel like we haven't...
Yes, and you know what, Joe? We're allowed to fail. That's the thing. I don't think we've taken our ability to fail as far as like if it's not like from the YouTube perspective.
Oh. To be fair, this is only our 4th battle. We didn't realize that we suck at putting...
We're like 40 episodes in, though.
I know. We didn't realize how long these would go. That's just 20 cooks. How hard could that be? I remember saying to you, like, I don't know if that's enough of a challenge. God, this takes a lot to make 20 cooks. 10 cooks at 20.
Yeah, we don't even remember what it is.
This has been absurd. Where are you at, by the way? Can we get a...
With what? We just looked at it. I thought you saw.
I was looking at something. I was trying to find that list of
I got a 19, an 18, a 15, a 13, an 8, a 3, a 3, a 3, an 11, and a 2.
Okay. Well, the were-mammoth isn't going anywhere. The 2 isn't gaining anything.
He's a hammer man, so we took him out of the thing.
So you have 8. Okay. And now we're digging down.
Down. Down.
Go up to that level that was cavern. That is a bustling cavern. What is all that stuff?
Let's see here. We've got spider.
Oh my god, you have so much spider silk.
If we were into that, we could.
If we were into that, I'm always into silk.
Well, let's go ahead and poke through there too. While I'm committing suicide.
Something else I was going to say. Oh, yeah, I wanted that list of video games and I can't find it. There's the Steam Top 20. Factorio was 2, which I find interesting.
It's addictive, but like not the kind of game you would expect everybody to be into.
I think part of it is the developers are doing a fantastic job. Like every update has been good. None of them have been like, now we're adding pay per factory or anything. Like they've been really dedicated and great with the community. So I think that helps a ton with those votes. I think the list is takes into account downvotes versus upvotes. Not just overall sales.
What is this? Semi-molten rock.
Uh-oh.
Can I not dig through that?
Uh-oh. Poor Albert.
Oh, is that we've got some Masterpiece muscle biscuits, though, so that's nice.
Leaps off of a skyscraper and gets blown into a balcony 2 floors down.
Zon Ezumgadis has been found dead. Yay! I'm looking for they canceled digging because they ran into semi-molten rock.
I don't know that that's happened yet, or I don't know if that shows up here.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. With DF Hack, sometimes it gets a little weird with that, because otherwise it spams it like crazy. Cook's throwing a tantrum.
That's fine. No, we can't do anything in this.
No, it's semi-molten. Your picks just like goo into it.
What? So I gotta look for the cap. Where's the cap at? Darn you. Oh, fine.
Fine what?
I don't know actually.
What are you doing?
I'm looking for the cap to get through to the underworld.
Portal 2 is number 1, and Factorio, which, yes, is of interest. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, I could not get into. And Portal... Counter-Strike? Terraria is a fantastic game. Binding of Isaac is a fantastic game. RimWorld at 8, which is one of my favorites. Left 4 Dead. Grimm? Have you ever played Grimm?
No.
You ever heard of Grimm?
The TV show? Brothers Grimm?
Yes, Albert. Here it is. Number 10 on the Steam Top 25 Games is Grimm the TV show.
Brothers Those are Grimm. Some sexy brothers.
It just says Grimm here, but it actually means Brothers Grimm the TV show in this list of video games. Mountain Blade?
That's what I thought.
I've heard of that. Actually, I might check that out this weekend.
I don't know what that is.
Euro Truck Simulator. We're going to get you to play that.
Oh, here it is. Okay, here's the adamantine nonsense.
You're going to play Mountain Blade Warband. The adamantine is... that's a relic of How to Find the Circus, I thought.
Yeah, I want to be able to dig down to it.
Well, in the early versions, every time you mined adamantine, you had a chance to trigger the circus. Now it might lead the way there?
No. We'll okay, so early versions, you're construing some stuff. The cap to the circus is still adamantine. In the early versions... Oh, there's this troll idiot here. You see him in the upper right?
How do you know how smart he is?
I'm saying he's an idiot because I'm annoyed.
You have an army, right?
I do. I actually don't know if I can get down to this place. It's not flashing. I dug into here. Where's my dig down? Dig dug. Alright.
We're gonna have a 70-part series where Albert just plays Euro Truck Simulator.
Just drive
alone.
places.
It's just the life of Al the Trucker. Just listen to what he gets up to going insane. It's gonna be one continuous recording, too.
Joe gets rock nuts.
Here we are at my fort. Boy, I hope you like watching forts run. Because something happens in this season. In this episode that makes that seem like the best thing to do. I guess I have to just go for my personal best here. Okay, everyone's cooking.
Joe, I know you're down on yourself because I've already gone and won the competition, but you might want to share your screen.
No, I hate you. No, that's not what I wanted at all. Stop it. How do I stop this?
I don't know. I can't see your screen.
Oh, I can probably do that.
I'm looking up the guitar tabs for the Dwarf Fortress menu theme.
I am your liaison from the mountain homes. Let's discuss your situation. Finish speaking in on.
He said I've come empowered to elevate this land, and I didn't get to read the rest. Because you zip through it because you hate this guy.
Begin discussion. Oh, really? You don't like it when I zip through things? How shocking. Who else zips through things when I'm trying to look at stuff? Gee, I need rock nuts. Again. Did your idiots bring me rock nuts? Rock. Hey, they finally bought me rock nuts. That's really all I wanted. Here, you can have $103,000. I guess I'll get... see if they have anything in a cage. I don't feel like dealing with this. Yeah, I do. That's fine. We'll do this. We'll deal with your stupid caged animals. I can handle that. I can handle anything.
Animals.
I don't give up on challenges.
That's good, Joe.
There you go. Take that. Boom. And also, you know what? Just for being good, we're going to offer this all to you guys.
You're just going to give him all your stuff?
Just gave him all that stuff. I just gave it to him.
Okay.
This is what he's asking for. He really wants prepared meals. Wow. What are the odds?
Maybe it's because you gave him prepared?
No, this guy already showed up and was talking to me, and I got into the trade before, in the middle of... I can't imagine that affects... Actually, I have no idea what affects that, to be honest. But I feel like that's not it.
No? Okay.
Yeah, I don't want this. So now I can actually make... Come on, be in the right thing. Quarry bushes! Oh, yes. Oh my god, I'm excited.
Yeah?
I'm very excited, yes.
For quarry bushes?
Yes.
Are you going to make rock nuts?
I'm waiting for this for forever. I have rock nuts. You plant rock nuts, and they make quarry bushes, and then you process quarry bushes into quarry bush leaves. You remember the mnemonic, Al?
88 dynamite, goodbye, Eddie?
No, but you made that joke before. The last time I asked if you remember the mnemonic.
Johnny Mnemonic?
God, no, we got into that conversation.
No, I don't remember the mnemonic.
Spikes on the right?
Oh, that mnemonic.
Yeah.
I thought you meant a mnemonic for quarry bushes.
No, I don't have a mnemonic for quarry bushes. I was setting up my spike traps. So here's my fort. I don't know what to do about this, content-wise. I like how all my people are mashing maize, seeking this peaceful, wonderful, thriving civilization I have.
Yeah, that's good.
I also... You can't be snippy like that through the whole recording. I have to talk about something. I also like that apparently high boots aren't a thing. Nope, this guy has high boots on. I hate everything about this game.
I thought... Are you serious? You were just about... I thought... The way you said that, you were about... Like, and I looked it up on the Wikipedia page, and apparently they don't make high boots. And I was about to be really shocked because I had one of those weird, like, Nelson Mandela died in prison memories of there actually being high boots in the game. And you're just saying stuff because you didn't see it.
I was going to say, I thought that the solution to my can't find their boots problem was I made low boots. Because when I did that, I made a couple episodes ago, I made a batch of low boots, and I thought that fixed everything. But it didn't. They're wearing high boots. I don't know what solved this. I want to make another squad. That's what I got for you.
Okay.
Who's disciplined?
Are you just disbanding that squad and, like, restarting from scratch?
I'm going to make another squad.
Oh, okay.
I got enough to...
I know you've got enough. I just thought you were annoyed with these guys in their clothing trouble.
Sigyn Oslin. No, they're all geared up perfectly. Sigun Aslan Kabuk. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Whoa, 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 whoa!
No uniform. Sigan Askan Kabluk. There it is. Boom. And then we go here. We read. Whoop. Okay. And we make sure we don't get cooks. I wish I could have like side by side. You know what? It'll be fine. This guy? The Lances of Hey, it's actually a decent name.
Is it?
I mean, it's not like the Puddings of Wuss or other things I've gotten. The Confusing Shields? That doesn't exactly strike terror. The Lances of Attacking is at least a nominally...
Maybe they, listen, maybe they have a special pattern that they paint on the front of their shields. And when enemies see it, they're thinking about, what is that? And then, all of a sudden, because it's so confusing, they're, right up on the enemy. And the enemy is how did that happen? I'm so confused. Their shields are very confusing.
Yes.
Maybe that's what happens.
All the military knowledge we have, all of those battles where Confusing Shields won the day.
There's that one where they all pointed their shields and started the fire with the mirrors that Mythbusters said didn't happen. And then Barack Obama made him try it again and it still didn't happen.
Also, yes. So I have to study the Confusing Shields because I don't understand why they're doing well now.
That's gotta be rough. I think Barack Obama shows up and he's like, "Oh, I think we guys can make it happen." And they're like, "Actually, no, you can't."
I mean, no, it wasn't rough. Everyone just swoons over Barack Obama.
Do you think that he ordered his Secret Service agents to flog the ocean after that? Because it wasn't doing what he wanted?
What? I don't know if this is a reference to something.
There was what is the king's name? So there's two different ways of reading the legend, right? The facts are in the story that there was a king that ordered his soldiers to flog the ocean because it wasn't behaving as he wanted it to. And if you don't like the king, you read that story as what an idiot, thinks he can control the ocean. The other reading of the story is that his advisors kept telling him how great he was and how powerful he was, and he did it as an object lesson to say hey, listen, nobody controls everything, guys. Not actually a god, as it turns out. I like the second one.
Which one
better.
do you read? Yes.
Oh, it doesn't matter. For one thing, it might not have happened at all, so...
Well, okay, but you still have to read it a certain way when you hear the story. You have to think, what's happening here?
Well, it's really two different stories, which is, I think, it's perfectly reasonable to tell the story in the way. I mean, there's plenty of leaders that are full of themselves and think that they can do things they can't do. Plenty of
these guys to have warhammers.
Rulers that set themselves up as actual gods. So that wouldn't be I wouldn't read that and think, well, that could not happen. Obviously, it could.
What?
People can set themselves up.
I didn't say anything about which way do you read it.
I'm saying it depends how it's written. I'll read it however it's written. It comes across a lot of different ways.
Like you just said, you've just heard it. Let's say you just heard that story. Guy does it. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna flog the ocean. It's written by a really bad writer.
He just
gives you no nuance
you have nothing
whatsoever.
but facts.
Yes.
King shows up. Advisors love him. King flogs ocean because storm happened.
Yeah.
I'm kind of studying stoicism right now, so I think I'm gonna go with the king realizes there's things he can't control and tries to teach other people about it.
Can I make hammers out of pangolin soap?
Can you make cameras out of pangolin soap? No.
Hammers!
Oh.
Hammers! Not cameras! Where did you get cameras?
Well, you can get them at the store.
Stop!
I saw some at the thrift store the other day.
Mentally checked out Albert is one of my least favorite Alberts.
I'm here.
How do I get silver?
Yeah, I'll check that out.
Any of these silver? Silver bars. Or aluminum?
Oh, now which one?
Smelt all of it.
Okay.
The silver I want. I know if I smelt aluminum,
it's an
I'll get
ore
aluminum.
of native silver,
Right.
horn silver, galena, and tetrahedrite. Galena is half
All right.
silver, and I want to say half lead, and I don't know what tetrahedrite has in it. Oh, copper.
Copper.
Galena crystals are pretty. I think that's what that is. That might be sphalerite. I actually can't tell. There's a picture on the wiki when you look in the galena thing, and then the file name is tetrahedrite-chalcopyrite, chalcopyrite, and sphalerite. The chalcopyrite is probably the one that's the crystals. Because pyrite's actually kind of a crystalline structure, I think.
As always, I'm a tad confused by the... okay, never mind. They're sorting the wrong way. That also is a problem. Toppled, bliss, frustration. Why can't you pray? What do you... Oh, you're probably in jail.
You wanna put like a... Can you make a temple in the jail? Like a jail
sure.
chapel?
Absolutely. Why can't we? Why wouldn't we be able to do that?
I think the only thing that we would run into is that there's a limit of how much space you would have in the jail for the various things, because they can only move 6 spaces, right?
I can
But
make
a temple can be
temple.
a zone, so we could just cover all that.
Add location, add temple, no specific deity. The amusing monastery. There you go. Pray in jail.
Sometimes you have your popcorn and your cotton candy, but you still can't find the circus.
Hotline Miami. One finger death punch?
I feel like this is like the what is the word? The hipster awards for games.
The Witcher 3 is not hipster.
No, I get that, but like Portal 2? I know people like that game, but the best game on Steam?
Top rated games. Yes, that game is freaking fantastic.
Okay. I thought people thought it was a step down from 1? Maybe I'm misremembering that.
1 and 2. I think that's incorrect. That game is... Portal obviously also is amazing. Just the way they built a puzzle game. If you want a world, building puzzle game, that's
I don't want... No, you don't understand.
I know what you want. I know that's not exactly it, but it's not... It is a puzzle game at heart, and it's amazing. It's got a great story. And again, I think this takes downvotes into account. So when you get like...
Oh, people are mad about the griefers in GTA or whatever?
Or that they've
warm
clearly...
stone located is fine.
So I think those take a lot away. I think. This is also just a screenshot I had with no other outside of top-rated games on Steam, so I really don't,
Is it in your
God knows what I'm
Photoshop
reading.
things that I made folder? Because that would explain a lot.
Hey, you got a Cobalite millstone.
Yeah, baby. Let's take a look at that.
One finger death punches. Let me look that up.
Oh,
South Park: The Stick of Truth, Stardew Valley, Battle Block Theater.
Man,
This does feel like I willed some of these into the top 20.
I tried to play Stardew Valley, and I had played Graveyard Simulator or Graveyard Keeper before that. That was a mistake. I know that the Graveyard Keeper came later, and it's a ripoff and all that stuff, but I like it. I forget. Dag nabbit, I still can't remember how to see my artifacts.
Shift L.
Okay, where is that on this screen, Joe? I just want to see
Right
it
above
here.
Space resume.
Wow, yeah, it is at the very bottom. Okay. Let's check out this Cobaltite.
The Wolf Among Us?
Yeah.
Yes, you can make flour
Yeah, The
with
Wolf
this.
Among Us. How is that one of the top rated games on Steam, and then they're like, also, like, the company that made it goes out of business? I realize that a lot of that is their fault. Like, they just didn't have good...
Which one's The Wolf Among Us?
I thought you said that was on there.
No, I know. It doesn't.
That's what I'm saying. My friend Brantley loves it. It's based on a comic book where like all of the fairy tale creatures exist in real life, and the big bad wolf, has become the sheriff, and he has to investigate a murder, and of course everybody distrusts him because he's the bad guy, at least in the original. But they sort of have some kind of truce where everybody sort of gets a fresh start, but not exactly. I didn't play it, so I don't have specifics on... Anyway.
17,427 overwhelmingly positive reviews. So I'm going to look up GTA. Go to your thing.
It is encrusted with Claro Opal cabochons and encircled with bands of macadamia wood, paracut aquamarines, brown recluse spider silk, and square brilliant cut emeralds. This object menaces with spikes of cobaltite and aquamarine. On the item is an image of Moma's bristle wheels, the dwarf, in white chalcedony. Moma's bristle wheels is striking a menacing pose.
That's flexing.
He's ready for his metal poster. The artwork relates to the return of the dwarf Moma's bristle wheels from the dead, as the relentless haunt in the Vermilion jungles. It literally is a metal poster.
Yes.
It's like, I'm back from the dead.
So GTA is only mostly positive, whereas Wolf Thing is overwhelmingly positive. That's a good fact for you.
Okay. I don't have an
so again,
issue with any
votes-
of these. I mean, what? Damn, wormstone. I don't care about your wormstone. Just get through there. Yeah, okay.
It is clearly, again, the poll is more about...
Is it like the People's Choice Awards where the Avengers always win? Is that...
Yeah, sort of.
Okay.
Well, except it's, the Factorio is not the Avengers of video games.
Well, yeah, you're right.
So it's a again, I also think for how long have I been playing that? 5-6 years. The devs have just been on the ball. Same with Stardew Valley, to be honest. I also wonder how much you played Stardew Valley. Also, to give
I
credit
didn't
to
get
Stardew Valley,
deep into it. I was just in the farm some.
Yeah, well, you pretty much saw everything.
Good.
The that mechanic was I feel like it's brand new. I guess it's not. Maybe there was the Zelda game, but that was a pretty decent innovation of him to have the day. You have the one that you get the day to do your work. You start over at the same place, or the hospital if you pass out.
All right, everybody's coming in here probably to get spider silk and maybe to fight the monster.
Woo!
Get her done.
We got silk.
And getting into the circus is hard work, Joe. Got our cook stumbling around obliviously. Let's go ahead and send while we're at this, let's go ahead and send our military after, I don't know. Oh, do we not have the big bad guy anymore? We'll kill some of these Crundles. G-H-I-J. Well, the Cyclops or whatever that was down here must have died.
Oh, the idiot.
Because he's not on the list anymore.
How are they bringing bones? Oh, there's a dead dwarf. That's fun.
I'm sure it's fine.
Wow. These people really like your suicidal tendencies. We've gotten 2 already. That guy's driving his fort into the ground. We gotta get on that wagon. There's a rising star we can all get behind.
Okay. Yeah, and we're going up downstairs.
Yeah, I don't know what it says. I mean, I guess they may have just killed him. Cancel store item in tomb, interrupted by cave ogre.
I think this will get me down there.
I don't know about that.
What?
I do not know about that. Not that. Go down. Look at your dig.
Oh, okay.
That's not your dig. That looks fine. That does not.
Yeah, okay, well, we'll get some...
What happens if we just flood the circus with lava?
I assume they don't like it that much.
I mean, does it... Thanks, Albert. Yes.
They'll cancel digging on the warm stone, which I think they
you.
have.
Hey, you put someone to rest. I don't know how you did that.
I have a bunch of coffins.
Oh, there you are.
Wherever you go, there you are. All right.
That's such a good flavor text.
Where is the actual... Okay. They will definitely dig that out, right? They can't cancel...
I forget. They cannot cancel that.
They can't, no.
It is at a 4, so I don't know what the rest of your dig priorities are.
I want it on the mine. Mine!
Mine.
Horrifying screams. All right, that's fine. Just dig.
Wonder why they're screaming.
There they go. Let's see how they feel about that lava coming down. They don't care, Joe.
Let's see, what exactly are they?
All right, let's look
They
at
appear
them.
to be fairly on fire themselves.
Fire Phantom.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I guess they wouldn't care.
Great humanoid composed of flame. It has
Lava
a pair of
probably isn't-
spindly antennae, and it squirms and
Basically a
fidgets.
shower? No, it's not a shower. Yeah.
There's a
Go
snow
shower.
specter. Now, I don't know what he's doing down there. A gigantic blob composed of snow.
And the fire didn't even... Wow.
A demon of steam.
And steam! That's what happens
gigantic-
when you pour lava on a snow specter, right?
Quadruped composed of steam. It has 3 long straight horns, and it squirms and fidgets.
Can we get these guys into your weapon traps?
Probably not. They might make it up that far.
Yeah, I don't know what's... Is this just burning flesh?
I don't
Smoke?
actually see... Where are the rest of the guys coming up? Is it just these 4 and then, like, everybody else is
I saw
trapped?
some other ones in the south.
Okay, here's these
That guy,
guys
they're just
in the
swimming in
sea.
the lava. Whee!
Interrupted by a snow specter. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, that's more than 4.
Good. They're not...
sure what
I like
exact-
how slowly they go. They're not just immediately overwhelming everything either. Maybe they'll kill off some of my
They
miserable
appear to be
dwarves.
shooting fireballs.
I just want to look
Yes,
at some
that'll
more of
make-
them. Snow Spectre, Demon of Steam. Oh, this guy
That
has
guy's
a name.
named.
Yeah. Fire Phantom, Demon of Steam. White Phantom, composed of salt, a huge scorpion. 3 long straight tails. It's like a reverse King Ghidorah.
Yes. It's made of salt entirely. It's the...
I don't know
Enter the subreddit of your choice. Subreddit.
Oh, because of the saltiness. I get it. That's a good joke, Joe.
Yes.
You want to put the clip from the episode 8 where he says, it's salt?
Salt.
Look at that.
And everybody, like is making fun of it because that's what everybody thought of the movie also.
Well, again, I'm saltier than Crate, a subreddit. Those guys just went to go swim. That's kind of fun.
Now, does it say... it doesn't say anything about the named guys. I don't know what the point of having them be named if they're just gonna...
Can you get other... What kind of info can you get on them?
Hey, look, my number of depressed people is going down.
Woo! You did it!
Where we learn that Al sits alone in the dark with one monitor on like a pervert.
We got masterpiece statues going on. Some of those in jail, too. Can I do statues? Build statue. Yes, planning mode. Min quality. No, not artifact, but that'll do. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know what this is. Forgot I had this giant storehouse down here. I don't know what I'm doing with. Maybe not there. Can they move past statues? We've had this conversation a million times.
Yes, but I'll check just to be sure. Not State of Palestine. Oh, this is the regular wiki, Joe. Hold up.
I love doing that and not realizing when that's happened, and you're just like, this is getting really weird. Dwarf Fortress goes, oh.
It's a very realistic game, Joe.
I'm reading about the real world now. I see. Yeah. It's like, really? In 1632, this king put an embargo on aluminum because it was, oh. I need lots of cloth bags from like...
Nope. Dwarves cannot normally move into the tile they occupy.
Okay.
My bad.
It's okay, though, because I have...
It's gravestones they can move into?
Great. Oh, speaking of...
Make some really nice engraved stones.
That was terrible. Was that a pun? I'm not sure what that was.
I just thought... I forgot the sentence. I'm looking over at the wiki right now. They can dodge into a statue tile. We've definitely had this discussion before.
A statue tile?
Or soapers.
How often do you think we'll make that joke in Factorio when we start making solar panels?
I think we'll get bored of it. If it happens too often, it's, you know, your brain's like, well,
really?
now it's not fun anymore. Yeah.
Because every time I've said solar panel, I think in any context with you on a call, it's been made.
Okay, well, we'll see. You ask what I think, Joe. I could be wrong.
Never. That's not allowed.
Huh.
Alpaca is fantastic. I didn't buy nearly as many animals that time.
Oh, yeah?
Nice, easy number to deal with. God, I have a lot of cages. Why do I have so many cages? Look at this. This is insane.
Is it like getting into the thick of summer for you where you're at?
No, not even close. We did have a thunderstorm though, so that was nice.
We had. I'm very thankful. So I live in Florida, and we had a lot of nice spring weather, which sometimes we do not get. Sometimes it just slams straight into the nasty heat. But after the spring weather, the nasty heat has finally come, and I am dealing with the fact that one of my monitors is essentially a heater, and so now that I'm not recording anymore, I'm moving you over to my smaller monitor and putting everything on one screen. It's so hot in this room.
That's kind of funny.
It's a good strategy. I'm very thankful I figured it out because it's worked out pretty well for me. I sit in the dark with only one monitor on, and not for like weird pervy reasons, just because I'm trying to cut out as many heat sources as possible. If I wasn't in the room, it would help as well because my body produces heat, but that doesn't.
Yes, this is also
function.
True.
Need to get like some really long cords. System of mirrors.
Just go do that. Yeah, Dodoc, whatever. I also have tantrums, but
I wonder if you're being ambitious enough with your fort.
I don't think I am.
No, I gotta say,
go on.
So, well, in this challenge, there's no reason to try to do something stupid, right? Because you want to win. You want to focus on getting your cooks. So I get that. But this fort right here that you have going, I think is capable of probably a lot. I think we could be seeing some really interesting stuff happening with this fort since you are so well squared away. And there's a part of me that's sad that we're not getting that.
Metal boot. Unreal. You'd say that, but then I can't get my freaking idiots to wear boots.
That is a weird one, yep. The fact
and apparently,
that
again,
maybe you just give up. Have you considered that?
But then you say that. I mean, I understand where you're going with that, but with this whole new tantrum craze, you know, I start to have like half the people throwing tantrums were people who were in my military who got pissed off because they weren't wearing boots.
So just disband the military.
I thought you wanted to be ambitious.
Maybe you be ambitious in a different way. Maybe you have ballistas or something.
I wanted to try and get that. Oh, I could do it. I wanted you to notice. Did I see that right? Yes. Dago episode Charlie where cancels sleep interrupted by a poet. I think
are they trying to sleep in the tavern or?
Hey, that's pretty good. I just like the image of that guy in his bed, asleep. Like boom, the door kicks open. Too vast and trunkless legs of stone. Oh God, no!
I was the first one that popped to my mind really isn't even a poem. I was just going to quote some Shakespeare. So yours was. I love the Ozymandias poem.
That's not the first line. I don't think.
He was in the middle of it in the hallway.
That's pretty. I'll take that.
And like comes up to the door.
You guys don't no! Like you just hears him wandering in the hallway.
He was the worst part is like as he hears him coming, it starts to be incorporated into his dream, but it feels like he's like got like an hour of poet quoting at him, and then when he wakes up, he's like, "Why? Ah!"
I like the idea that he can't sleep. He just hears the poet wandering up and down. But sometimes the poet doesn't come into his room. He just wanders further down the hall. It gets louder and louder. And then he's just sitting there with like his blanket pulled up around his face. Like, come on, please don't come in.
The slightly toasted gyre jimble in the wave. All them see where the bar goes in the moment. It's so great.
Yeah, I like that.
I think that's my favorite poem, Joe. You have a favorite poem?
Probably Ozymandias, but I'm not a huge poet guy. No, there were some Yeats that I enjoyed a lot. We don't get exposed to tons of poetry in our lives, I feel.
We don't,
so just sort of like
I was listening to
10 poems.
Delightful podcast that I've been listening to called Awakening from the Meaning Crisis. And he pointed out that one of the transitions of like from early Christianity into sort of the more specific Catholic style Christianity of the Middle Ages was that reading was no longer something that was primarily done aloud, that it was an inner reading, and he made the point that many types of reading are more meaningful if you speak them aloud. For instance, poetry. If you're just sitting there reading poetry to yourself, there's not to say that you couldn't get any benefit out of it, but there is something to be said for reciting things versus just having them in your head. So I feel like if we as a society have fewer and fewer forums for that kind of thing, and when we do have a forum for that, it's like it's some weirdos that we're gonna make fun of doing it.
Or you get one of like the 10 poems that like are always around used. Like you were just doing the Jabberwocky, right?
Yeah.
I just watched over the long weekend. I wound up watching a lot of Fargo again, and there's the sequence where Mike Milligan. I mean, you've got Ozymandias in Breaking Bad. You've got Mike Milligan doing the Jabberwocky. You know, if you're gonna have a poem in like, I don't want to call it pop culture even. It's because those are some great TV shows, but odds are it's gonna be one of like like Road Not Taken, one of those major poems that sort of everyone kind of
Mega Shark versus Mecha
against.
Shark, the guy quotes Bukowski, poem that I hadn't heard before. The Billion Blooded Seas, I want to say.
That's pop culture, though.
Wait, I'm sorry. Mega Shark versus Mecha Shark is pop culture and Fargo isn't?
Yeah. I don't know. They're not the same thing. I'll put it that way. What is happening? Everyone's running into this. What is this? Whoa. Everyone's going to get Lie, apparently. I don't really know why. All those dogs are really excited. Also, Iglemuth and the surrounding lands have been made a county. That just kind of winked by. that's about.
The way you read that, we were talking about poetry, and I was like, is that a poem I don't... Wait, no, that's actually from the game.
I love Fargo. We've discussed this numerous times. I had forgot... Well, I don't know. I want to make this the Fargo conversation.
Those are some real interesting uninvited visitors.
Whoa!
What happened? A section of the cavern has collapsed. Wow, all right.
Interesting. The guys went swimming and I guess burned a tree? I don't know what happened there.
Another section has collapsed. Yeah, this is not going well for them. There's a lot of variance in the... Like, there's some big waves happening here from this.
I wonder if that is because of a... I wonder if they hurt themselves. Nope, there he is. There's one on the left. Go over to him. Go look at... He's gone. Up, probably.
All right. I can't tell what this cage is. Is this a thing?
Yeah, what is that?
That's a fire.
It's a fire. That is steam. Go to one of them. Go to another bad guy and...
I guess we can just go to the unit list.
Yeah, there's usually more information. Drink.
Others. Snow Spectre, Fire Phantom.
Gray Ghost?
Let's view that unit. Gigantic bunting composed of ash. What's a bunting?
It's those flags you hang over your railing.
Okay. Has a pair of branching antennae, and it undulates rhythmically.
An old world seed-eating songbird related to the finches, typically with brown streaked plumage.
I gotta say, the
A hooded sleeping bag for babies?
Demon of Steam, Fire Phantom.
A batter gently tapping a pitched ball without swinging. That's the one I'm going with. Again, zoom to them.
Okay.
I feel like there's more to see about these people. Yeah, go to the, I don't know, W?
He's fine.
Right. Z? Oh, I don't get a lot of info here.
Gigantic blob composed of snow, though. There's a Demon of Steam, he's fine.
Does he have in his inventory?
I don't think we're allowed to see that because he's an enemy.
Boo! Alright, well, this is going well. I don't think this is their fault, Albert. Oh no, that's clearly a fire on the left.
Yep.
But they couldn't have caused my asthma already. Yep, there's one guy. He's cruising up by your bar stockpile.
Alright.
Get him! Nope.
Is anybody getting caught in the weapons traps?
Yeah, it looks like there's serrated blades everywhere. That
I don't know if
is
it did anybody.
down.
Can I go to... Would it be in the weapon report? Like, would they have been hit by...
Yeah, we'll find one of the things.
The Snow Spectre is fighting. No recent announcements.
I would go to the top of the...
Okay, fine.
You're on page 2. Hey, the raid came back.
Pushes the cook in the neck in the injured part. He's smashed into the body in unrecognizable mass. An artery has been opened by the attack.
The Snow Spectre gaining some introspection.
I cannot just
stand by. There is no need to feel vengeful.
And up there, I cannot just stand by. This might require an answer.
Yeah, it's his character arc. He rips the heads off of 6 or 7 things.
Punches the dog in the upper body, bruising the fat.
Okay, the dog went 8 rounds with the Phantom, but your cook's neck exploded.
I think it's more than...
God.
Let's see. Kicks the dog in the rear paw with its left foot.
Oh,
Artery open.
Surprised by the ferocity of the Fire Phantom's onslaught. That dog is putting up quite a fight.
Yeah.
The Fire Phantom improved his fighting.
That was not satisfying, though. That's the terror of hell, Joe. It's not that you can't get better at your fighting, is that it does not feel satisfying when you do.
I don't understand how this is their fight, but they don't feel vengeful.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Look at that dwarf that's in your weapon traps. That's alive, or whatever that is, in the southern hallway.
This guy?
No, he's actually in the hallway. Yeah.
Oh, you want to look at him?
What happened to him? Yeah. I don't want to look at him. I want to see his...
Well,
okay.
Terrified, vengeful, horrified.
Did she get hit with a serrated disc? She's still alive somehow. So what's her name?
Tacid Ido something. All right, so we want to go to... Reports. Right. Is there a search here?
I thought there was, but I don't see one.
I could have swore there was. Maybe it's too many. They're just like, we can't do it.
Yes. That's how computers work.
It kind of is. Watched a fascinating video the other day about how difficult it is to keep up like accurate view counts.
Go to your Go to page 1. Let me look through while you talk.
Okay. How difficult it is to keep up accurate view counts for things like likes and retweets and views and on stuff. Like, for instance, on Twitter, if somebody gets like 1 million retweets, how tricky it is for the computers to keep that count accurate because the information's coming in from like 800 different sources, servers all around the world, individual, like different iterations.
Page down.
All right. Different iterations of the platform, like your mobile platform or your PC. Maybe somebody's got Twitter on their TV. I don't know. I'm sure it exists, but it seems like it'd be a bad idea. And it was just like a fascinating look into, oh, yeah, this is actually a complicated software engineering problem.
It isn't the conspiracy people...
I don't know.
Manipulating votes? Okay, I can't find her. There's no way to do this? There's got to be an easier way to do this, right?
I'll hit Q. Q doesn't seem to do anything. S for search? No.
Tacid?
Yeah, the demon of steam is fighting.
The giant sponge is fighting. I don't know what happened to her. She's just sort of there. Check her health. Did we do that?
Yeah, we can do. No, we can though. So that would be her wounds. Mm-hmm. She's fine.
There's a green arrow down.
Oh, okay. No, she's fine.
Yeah. What's she doing?
Just hanging in there with the traps. I mean, it's a good strategy, right? You have a room, like a hallway full of traps and demons invading.
Hide under all the blood. Oh, someone just got turned. No, we made it out. Go, Cook. Go. Go.
Go, dogs, go. I like
it's
your
very
hat.
smoky. It's
Do
possible
you like
that's his smoke coming off of his body as he's running around. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yep, and then he died. That was horrifying.
If he hadn't been so fat, he would have.
He was a cook.
He wouldn't have burned for so long. That's true. Never trust a skinny chef. I like how all of our most depressed people are still alive.
Oh, they're getting more depressed. More cavern has collapsed.
Here?
No.
Oh, I got you.
Yep. I don't know why that's happening.
I think it's the tree pieces. I think you're so like, but I'm not sure. I don't know how that works.
There it is, in all of its glory.
And all of its burning glory. And by the way, it took 32 minutes to get to this point. I cannot believe you started this episode out like whining about.
People know what's coming. I was about to say those guys who are hanging out sort of on this level seem to be doing okay, but that guy came in and mopped up.
No, yeah. It's not great if they can roast some of these things. Who is the one really annoying guy? Can you what?
And I know you can't beat the circus, but can you successfully fend it off? Like, can you have a fort with an open circus?
I have heard tale of such things, Joe. I have not ever attempted it. I'm not even at the level where I would think I could attempt it.
Really? This fort didn't do it?
It did not, no.
We needed more kitchens. Should we recap all the various plans you had for making your good? You started off with Hell's Kitchen. Remember you were down by the lava?
We did the Great British Bake Off also? Or was that after that? I know I made the pit immediately. The pit was just like...
You started with Hell's Kitchen. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, you collapsed a giant chunk of fort in.
I just wanted to see what would happen. That was not a great way to start. I have to say, I think if I hadn't started on the worst possible foot, I might have had a better chance. I'm not saying I would have won, but I killed somebody immediately. And I guess. You can't say that had nothing to do with the fact that the fort kind of got overrun a little bit. Let's see if we got anything in here that's interesting. There's a Cody.
There's your sworded iron discs.
Yep.
There's a view. He's just hanging out.
So these things went off.
Oh, yeah. Against a cobra, it looks like. There's Aterinal on his lower front foot.
I don't know if he got, like, kicked back into it or what happened.
God knows. It could have come flying over the wall.
Yeah, that's true, too.
Zuglar, it seems like he got hit by it, I would say.
Who's going to be the last man standing?
You still have 12.
12?
Who's this horribly depressed guy?
I don't know. Let's pause it and see who's left. Let's read our dwarfs.
I'm being dead serious here. We really start to talk about Fargo Season 2 quite a bit in this section, so there are some spoilers.
Go ahead and make the Fargo conversation. What? I don't ever hold back from my weird nonsense that I'm reminded of.
I don't know. It was a little spoilery, too. I don't know. I'd forgotten how insane the betrayal at the end of season 2 is, Hansi's betrayal. My statue guy is too depressed to make a statue? That's just sad. Pour that into the work, sir.
I'm trying to remember...
Yeah, exactly. That's where I was at. I was like,
okay, the Indian dude,
like,
yes?
Whoa. Yes.
That's who Hansi is? Okay.
Yes, sorry, yes. The Indian who was their man. But may or may not end the show as their man. The trap he sets for them is just insane. I had forgotten how brutal that was. And how well done it was on his part. I don't know if you remember exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm trying to remember. Is that something that happens on screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, I love stories, those Fargo-ish stories, because there's so many like threads and things being woven together. It's a little hard sometimes to be like, all right, A caused B.
Wasn't that also based on a real life event?
No, none of them are.
No, not. I know that. Okay. I realized that the opening text based on it, but I thought that there was a specific like massacre that happened in a bar that Noah Hawley had used as inspiration for that particular scene.
Maybe, but it's not in a bar, the scene I'm talking about.
Okay.
You certainly read a lot more of the behind the scenes stuff. Well, I would kind of want to get into that. I don't really know where to start. So maybe, I don't know if Noah Hawley got inspiration. It was just the and again, I'm just going to recount the plot of Fargo 2, apparently in my turn. So the butcher and his wife, like the Nebushes of the show, of the season, they've got Dodd. Does that ring a bell?
Yes, the screw-up son.
Capturing Dodd. They're all screw-up sons. And they keep trying to make a deal with the family to trade him back for, leave him alone or whatever, but the family keeps ignoring them because they're sort of
also, isn't it his corpse? They don't actually have him, right?
No, they have him. I thought that too for a bit, but no, they have him. And they're in a cabin, and the Indian catches up with them. And then the Indian murders Dodd, and then takes off. Meanwhile, as the cops show up, basically. And the cops decide that they're going to have the butcher and his wife wear a wire and still go to their meeting where they were going to trade Dodd to the other side, Milligan's side. So, 8, 9, 10 sheriffs go undercover in a motel wearing t-shirts and Wranglers, including Ted Danson. They kick, what's-his-face, Ted, the son-in-law out of the state. And they're all being hoity and, pulling rank and talking about how great they are and how they're going to, fool everyone. And Hansi just tells the, what does he tell who? He tells that his family, that Dodd, who's dead, is in the motel where they're keeping the butcher, surrounded by tons of sheriffs, and just lures them into a huge firefight. And then
there's the UFO.
All of these cops. Yes. Or maybe there isn't. I love that part of it, where it's just that happened, maybe, sort of. Some people saw it. Most people saw something. We're not going to really get into that. Anyway, he lures the entirety of the, I can't remember their name off the top of my head, family into a firefight with 10 sheriffs. And the sheriff, they don't know they're the police. There's a call at one point in the, 5 minutes into the firefight where you hear one of the bad guys be like, "Oh my God, they're cops! They're cops!" Because they're all under cover and they're just getting blown away. It's just ridiculous. It's just the most vipers you could drop into the pit as possible is what he does in that setup, and it's amazing. And then he stabs the mom just to finish things off.
And walks away and watches a baseball game.
Yeah, possibly with the deaf guy. There's 2 deaf kids playing catch, and then bullies start beating them up, and at the very end he's just running at them with his knife out, and that's all we see of him.
I think it's interesting that there's sort of something in his arc of the, there is very much, at least somewhat, a commentary on the plight of the American Indian in modern society, and yet the place that he ends up is at the great American sport.
That's true. But beating up bullies, I think. Maybe joining in. You don't really know what he's doing.
I forgot. I need to watch Fargo Season 2 again. I've rewatched some of Season 1. Season 2 might be my favorite. It's just astounding how much is in there. Again, you have all these interwoven plots, and it seems like you know what's going on, but it is a 10-episode, there's a lot in there, and it's all really good. Mike Milligan is the plot that I will always remember. His triumph. Mike Milligan's triumph.
Well, the thing, I was meaning to discuss this with you, and again, I didn't mean to bring it up while Dwarf Fortress is playing in the background, but I know your thoughts on him and how, I guess, betrayed he sort of gets at the end,
I don't think it's betrayed, no. I think he just didn't understand what he wanted.
Yes,
he didn't
to
understand
some
what
degree.
success would be. Like, the guy who gives him the seat isn't like, haha, and screw you. He's just like, yeah, this is how it is now.
True.
It's the
I would
world
say,
that
though,
betrayed
I found
him.
it interesting going into that. Did I just mine those or smooth those? Because I'm going to clear that. How do I clear things? Z? X. Watching it the second time, I found it interesting that he doesn't really do much except survive, which I thought was sort of interesting.
And be cool.
Like, he shows up to the motel. What?
And be cool.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great character. But he shows up to the motel and just sort of stands there and is like, nope, we're not going in there. And just walks away. And then goes back to their house as a conquering king. When in reality, you know, what he did or didn't do is of debate.
Well, there's a lot of that about, I mean, I wasn't arguing with you when I said be cool. I think that, like, the coolness of the character is actually a conscious construction by him. He
does not fly off the handle. He debates things and ponders.
Well, right, but also he's crafted this persona of not just someone who's in charge, but also he's got, like, he is the one who wins. So even if he didn't make it happen, like, in his mind, it's still what he did. He's
going around quoting the Jabberwocky.
Right, yeah, exactly. But,
He
like,
always has quotes and
unironically,
things. Yes.
there is a
Here's a
certain
great
element of that
story
that is completely absurd.
Yeah. As you're walking to a firefight, and like the two guys that are his muscle, you have to be like, what are they? They're obviously very committed to him, but at any point do you think they're like, why does he just babble nonsense? We're going to kill a bunch of people. He has a great, somewhat sort of insightful story he tells about a guy who's working somewhere, and the boss knows he's stealing. He can't figure out how. And every night when he leaves, the guard search his wheelbarrow. They pat down his body. Eventually, they start strip searching him. They can't figure out how he's stealing. Do you remember that?
I remember the story, but I don't remember the punchline.
He's stealing wheelbarrows. He goes in without one every morning and leaves stealing a wheelbarrow. And it's a great story, and he tells it well, and then he's like, my point of telling that story is that, like, sometimes obvious things are obvious. And you're like, you're not as insightful as you think you are. And I wonder how much of that is intentional, and how much of that is second watching, and how much of that is... I don't know. So much thought and detail is put in there that you can just pick stuff apart constantly.
I think if you put enough thought and detail into a thing, then the viewer can put more thought and detail into it than you did. You can't slack off and not put any in, but I think sometimes you can find meaning that may not have been intended that is no less meaningful.
That's where I was going with it. Before I was rudely interrupted by someone.
Yeah.
I think as long as the artist is making conscious choices, that's my kind of art, and you can view things. However, there is the ability to draw patterns where chaos exists. Literally, not like chaotic art, but like literally nothing. Like people at roulette tables will see patterns in the numbers. And people can do that with any story, any work of art. And so I feel like there's a line that has to be drawn where, I don't know, I'm like, that's not really there. You're seeing, the plight of communist Cuba in Jaws when that's maybe not really there.
But all the patterns are really in our heads, right? Like, is your chair really there, or is if you just got the pattern of a chair in your head that you're mapping onto a collection of molecules that happen to exist in the world?
My butt doesn't hit the floor when I bend my knees.
Yes, that's accurate, Joe.
Like, I think that there is a line. I believe there is a line there somewhere. Debating that line is fun, but I don't know. It's people who like... And I guess if you come bringing really good arguments, and this is important, examples from the work, I will generally tolerate that way more than people who are like, this is clearly about Christianity. It's like, no, this is green eggs and ham. Just chill. Fargo!
Yes.
You're on Dwarf Fortress.
And more importantly, what meaning is. We break it down in 40...
I heard more and more people getting angry! What are you doing?
They're very unhappy. They didn't find any meaning in their life, Joe.
I hate you so much!
You told them that Fargo didn't mean anything, and they were sad.
Go starting fist fight! Don't start a fist fight!
The mammoth finally comes into his own.
Who is this, Rimtar?
Rimtar.
Alright, where's he at? What's he doing? Let's follow the most depressed man in the fort as he dies.
Release the weremammoth!
I don't know if I can anymore. Here he
No,
is.
you can't.
Oh, he's in jail.
Oh, there he is.
He seems to be doing okay over there.
He has no idea. He's like, this is terrible. I have the worst life of anyone in this fort.
Something has collapsed on the surface. It's just the trees going.
Trees are going down.
All right, go back to Rimtar.
There's someone reciting poetry.
He's been harrowed, and his 4th foot left something is.
I don't think that was done by bad guys, though. Or
no, that was probably the hammer.
It was the hammerer.
Stop! Ah, boy. Okay.
To your users.
Units, you mean?
Cancels. Socialize. Well, the poetry reciter is no longer reciting poetry.
Cancels work, dangerous terrain. A masterwork has been lost. I want to see how Rimtar feels about all this right before he dies. Like what his thoughts are.
Oh God! But yeah, the circus has not been to this level. In passing, they saw them going up the stairs.
Oh yeah, I guess also they're gonna have to beat down the door to get to to the were-mammoth, right?
I don't know how that's gonna work. If the were-mammoth is the only one left and he turns, is he technically still your dwarf?
Is the fort technically still alive as long as they don't kill him?
You found a way to survive the circus. Congratulations.
All right, Rimtar. Let's see what his preferences are. No, I just want to really view him. He has a great bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a girl. I'm sorry. Utterly harrowed by the nightmare that is her tragic life. Guilty after being confined. Pleasure near a fine seat. Pleasure near a completely sublime restraint. Pleasure near a fine restraint. Pleasure near a fine bed. Okay.
Horrified after seeing someone die.
Can you imagine? That's an interesting state to be in. It's like you're going to go to prison for the rest of your life. But it's going to be amazing. Like every inch of the prison will be full of things that would interest you. You will never you will never exhaust the bounds of exploring your cell. Was that a deal you would take?
I don't know. Is that where we are now?
I don't know. That's a good question. That's the edgy answer, right?
Is there a difference?
We are there in the prison.
No, I mean I understand with the edginess, but would there be any difference?
Oh, I don't know.
Yes, I was talking to you.
Well, no, I'm thinking. Well, I know you were talking to me. I was just thinking about like the difference between what and what. I mean, a lot of people don't.
I don't know. Maybe maybe everyone else is living in a world somewhere else without back pain. We're in prison because we did something wrong. And
well, I was thinking
boundless.
This sort of ties lightly into something I've been considering somewhat recently, is like the idea of sort of trouble in life. Thinking about, well, yeah, but on the other hand, you wouldn't play a game if it wasn't difficult. You know, if it was just like, walk to the other end of this room. You won. There were no obstacles. Like, that would be the worst game ever.
Yes.
So maybe we need to, like, stop whining about how difficult our lives are and just, like, consider trying to beat it on the higher difficulty.
The thing with that is the slow decline of energy, I've decided. This slow increase of things that just hurt
that is
for
an
no
interesting
reason.
game mechanic that you're dealing with, Joe.
It's like, that kind of sucks. What does the were-mammoth think of all this? Not this.
You get to build up your wisdom over that time, though, right? So there's sort of the trade-off.
Yeah, everything still hurts. You're sleepy at 9.
All right. Frightened after being haunted by the dead.
Yeah, he's just locked in with a ghost. That's right.
Lonely, uneasy
lonely.
after being able to admire art for so long.
So this is the opposite of the other. This is the other kind of prison.
Yeah, this is the bad one. This is solitary confinement.
Full of boredom and ghosts. The ghost can't phase out?
You could probably build a memorial slab. I wonder if he has
he can go through
anything
walls,
in his inventory. Do you need a pick to engrave things?
I don't think so.
Let's get him on the engraving side of things. So improve his
This is very interesting, yes. I like this. I don't know how we didn't think of this.
I don't either. I don't know why I clicked on that. Don't look at that. You're not allowed to look at that.
You're still viewing him.
Right.
Yeah. There we go. Drink.
Okay.
Get to it!
A masterwork has been lost.
You do have a wall build. I think maybe the demons can knock over walls. He is smoothing.
Yeah, baby.
Smooth. You have 4 dwarves left.
Can
2 of
we
them are
see?
in jail. One's a were-mammoth locked behind a wall.
Can we see the? No, these are the only guys left.
That's it. This is the only guys left. Does the circus smell blood, or are these guys just gonna hang for a while until they starve to death?
Do we have FPS on right now?
I don't see it.
Okay. It seems like things are going kind of slow.
I imagine
actually.
it's taking a hit. Yes. Although, well,
even though we have so many fewer dwarfs.
So many fewer dwarves. I mean, the top side is burning. That's gonna hurt your FPS.
Yeah. The fact that
Moving around incessantly. I don't know what you're doing.
I'm just gonna go see if there's anybody interesting over here. Snow Spectre, Demon of Steam, Demon of Steam. I wonder what the max number of these guys you can get is. I think
brute.
If
you set that in the noob pack.
Oh, you do?
I think so.
I haven't looked at this Flaming Brute yet. That's a good one.
I'm guessing he's writhes and wriggles or whatever.
Enormous serpent.
Nope.
Has wings and a bloated body. That's an image right there. Something has collapsed on the surface. That'll probably be happening a lot.
It's calming down.
Yeah, I don't know where they go once they're done, like...
Oh, you've destroyed the
killing
world.
all the guys that they can.
Again, we should be looking... someone died! Go down to the main screen! Your floor! The place! You fool!
Where?
No! I don't know, the jail!
Okay, yeah, you're right. He's in a training session right now.
What?
Not our depressed dude, though.
Oh no, you're right. How come we only have 1 and 1 on the count?
That's a great question. Maybe he turned into a were-mammoth.
Oh yeah, that's the thing that happens.
Has become a militia commander. Huh?
That's far less. Let it run. You're coming up on time.
I know. And things keep collapsing on the surface.
Yeah, the entire forest are burned to the ground by armies of demons.
I wonder if there's a way to disable that.
Yeah, it's in, again, the lazy new pack.
Okay. There are times when I want it to pause, like I want for damp stone and warm stone. But like this nonsense I could do without.
To be fair, if this is happening, you kind of want to know about it. And if this is happening, you really don't have a whole lot to do besides unpause it when it collapses.
Well, no, but I'm saying
like
the fact that I know about it doesn't help me in this instance. Yeah. Maybe if there was a toggle where you could just be like, okay, now I know that it's happening, we can stop looking at this. A rabbit has been found dead by who? I'd like to know.
God. Oh, maybe yours is
How are there
somehow.
There are 3 guys, but only one of them...
How is he in a training session? Let him, What is he doing?
I didn't realize he was in the military. Hold up.
Read. No, he's not in the military. I don't understand.
He's... Okay. Well, there's still one member of the taut vessels.
Well, you haven't read in a while.
Oh, that's a good
Something
point.
on the surface has collapsed. Yeah, he is in the military. Oh, you know what happened?
What happened?
I think he got booted into it after everyone died. That was weird. I think it needs a militia commander.
Can I cancel all the military stuff, or will it still be there?
I don't know what that means.
Like if I disband all my squads.
Yeah, you go to the squads. Sure.
No, there's no way to... Okay, yeah. Disband squad. Now there's no captain of the guard.
Hooray! How are you going to close this out? Because you're at time.
I know. So I'm going to finish... I'm conceding now with 1 level 19 and 1 level 11 cook.
What I'm saying is my turn's going to be boring.
Well, then you better be a good editor. Put the good stuff at the end. Terrible. Something has collapsed on the surface.
We look back on how excited we both were to embark on a beach that affected absolutely nothing whatsoever.
Why? You have such... What is this? Reporting crime. Oh, I've got a crime spiral. And these idiots still aren't putting on boots.
There are, by the way, like, overt religious overtones in Fargo Season 3. I mean, there's, like, literally, like, an angel in heaven and all kinds of stuff like that. People quoting the Bible. I mean, quoting the Bible's not that odd because it's, you know, culturally significant, but...
I only have 8 cooks! Where's my other cook? Did someone die? 2, 3, 4,
You're sorting
5,
by squad.
6, 7,
Is one of yours
8,
cooks
9.
in a squad accidentally?
No, I thought it was pretty... Nope.
Okay.
This
That's all I got for you.
farmer-
Somebody died.
Yeah, great. I feel that that's so annoying. The fact that my fort is getting wobbly because... Oh, stop hurting people, you idiot!
Is it the
Look at all
same
these
dude
crimes.
just running around punching people?
It was Daduk and Adil, yes.
Do you have chains?
I got a jail right here.
And are they
Yeah.
transcendently beautiful?
Let's check out my chain. It is just a silk rope. But I've got a detailed masterwork floor, masterwork Oh no, I just have a statue. Take that piece of crap out. Be gone with you.
I like that.
It's a temple, there's a bucket.
In our iteration of Dwarf Fortress, rehabilitation is very much a part of prison. We're like, please
sort
calm
of.
down and don't be so mad.
Like, that guy just chained himself up? This dude just went running into the room and threw himself at that chain.
And there's like the, what's the name of the old black and white TV show? With the sheriff in the jail and the town drunk.
Chain him up. Billy?
Andy Griffith?
Oh.
Or he
fair
just
enough.
like,
Yes, that
you
might be a
would get
thing.
drunk or whatever and just be like, walk into jail and shut the door on himself and go to sleep.
Look at this!
Where am I at? No, I'm sorry. Oh, are they dancing? Nice.
Yeah, they're doing a leaf dance.
Make you feel like dancing. Can
You're
you
dancing like a
see the
Dance?
like a leaf on the wind?
See the dance.
I don't actually
On
know.
my
if you know
cursor.
that. It's a no. I don't.
Aller... V? No, I have to... Maybe V?
That's another thing I'm
Perform
excited
dance.
about. I'm digging back into adventure mode, Joe, and I can't wait to do some dances with my boys.
Everything's good. Did you see the update recently where Toady was talking about necromancers getting better at completing their sort of task, which is take over the world with the undead? And he was like, they're still like they're able to make more zombies now, better. We're getting better at, the code is getting better at that. There's still some bugs, like zombies will sometimes wander off and join dance troops. And everyone in the subreddit was like, how is that a bug? That's fantastic.
Vincent Price's ears perk up. Gets on the phone with his friend Michael Jackson.
This is interesting. Now they're standing in their dance pattern, socializing. It's the right dance. Was that a good dance? I enjoyed that dance. There's a lot of people in my jail, and I'm not sure what they're doing. The other guy looks like he's playing a lute. This is down here, this oddly colored square. Detailed basement floor, nothing's there. Oh, it's gone now.
You're getting
And
close
yet
to the end of your
Saxel is
time, Joe.
horrified. Aesop's been found dead.
What? Why worry? You've definitely won at this point.
Because, like you said, it's about the fort at this point.
Yeah,
I haven't been burying people.
You had a bunch of coffins that weren't like open.
No, I think, yeah, maybe. I want to dance the night away. You make me feel like dancing. Yay! I thought that was an evasion for a
I
second.
don't know
I'm
what this
excited.
means. Yeah.
No. Good old oodle. All right. That's happened
So we got.
here,
Did
apparently.
we go somewhere else?
I don't know.
Remember when we were excited about the beach?
Vaguely.
Like, oh, we'll have an ocean embark. It'll be great. It'll be so different from all of our other. It wasn't. It was the
I don't know
same.
what happened there. Cheer up.
There's no boats. You can't put anything on the beach. People get blown around by the.
Why aren't they picking up boots? Why? Why must you do this to me? Game. Curse thee. Guess I'll make iron hammers too.
From Hell's Heart,
Yeah,
I
but-
spit at thee. Spit at thee? What does he do from Hell's Heart?
From hell's heart I stab at thee.
Oh, stab at thee, right, because it's a whale.
Yeah.
It keeps
All right, that seems
evaporating
weird.
because of the flood.
Yeah, I'm a whale in the ocean, but that's all right. You do you, Ahab. Cool beans.
I've been I'm like slowly rereading that for the third time, I guess. That's a good book.
The 7 Habits book we've read,
Yeah.
which I finally finished. Bring it up today in the meeting. Discusses, the very end is sharpen your saw, which again, that book is full of things where I'm like, yeah, why don't I do that? Or it's just like revisit, loved books and or places that you got energy from in the past. Whereas I'll literally be like, everything feels flat. I could read The Great Gatsby again, but I won't. That's stupid. And then I'm like, why wouldn't I read The Great Gatsby again when I'm feeling sort of dull? Because that book usually jazzes me up.
Interesting.
All right. Someone's toppling statues. So yes, rereading Moby Dick seems like a perfectly cromulent idea. guess I'm scared it won't be as good. That's my fear.
I was actually excited. I was about to ask if we were going to pick another book, because I have one that I'm very excited about right now. But I know I think you're next in our Humaneko's book club.
I have a possible idea.
Oh yeah? Are we going to read the supposedly terrible one?
That was one idea, the Rhino.
Yeah.
I can't give that guy... I don't think it's on. Cancels Drink Mortally Afraid. All right, Ford. You're the best I can do with this game currently, and I can't get people to wear boots and everyone's pissed off.
I'm reading a pretty good one right now called The Obstacle is the Way, which I recommend to people.
I pulled them out of, I pulled a lot of them out of hating life. I'll take that. Don't seem that happy with that.
I'm interested in how it happened. I guess
again, I think talking to the mayor and let's see.
And throwing some people in jail.
These guys, not those guys. These guys were probably Adil Beryl. He was definitely throwing tantrums. Let's see what Adil is up to. You make me feel like dancing. Beryl, yeah, attending a meeting. No, go there. I wanted to zoom there.
It's nice quarters.
He's hanging out. He's hanging out in jail, attending a meeting. It's a nice way of putting it, Adil. You've definitely mastered the, how I frame things in my mind is.
I am the master of my own will.
Like you were talking about with the Andy Griffith show. It's like, I'm not a drunk. I just sleep in the jail a lot of nights. Angry, dwelling on getting into an argument.
Well, no, that's different, though. See?
You felt
that's the opposite of mastery.
Just self-deception.
Yes.
You could argue the same for Adil here, Albert. You felt wonder, remembering communing with Etos the most. Actually, I think that temple in the jail did quite a bit. There's a tip for you.
Okay.
Change his personal... Okay, wait. Here's a change he had. Oh,
retching on miasma was a problem.
Yeah, that was a big problem I had in my fort, because I had corpses in my dump.
So are you ready to declare yourself the winner?
Inside.
Hold the top.
I was going to look into this for a bit.
Okay. I'm going to read...
Second. You asked how they got turned around, so they came in here. You pointed out... Okay.
You want me to read some Bukowski at the end here?
Shut up!
From Mega Shark versus Mecha Shark?
No! That's something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember it either. Getting the argument, casual workers...
Mega Shark versus Mecha Shark is the best Mega Shark movie.
Whoa! You can't scroll down with your mouse wheel. That's how that goes. Yeah, and I'm the winner. I think the official tally is tied, and we're moving to adventure mode. Al teaches Joe after this.
Al teaches Joe with some mods, I believe.
Al wows Joe with mods. I apologize for the delays in this. I hurt my back and stuff like that. I really, really enjoyed this series. I'd like to do more like it. Again, we have to sort of have a limit on how long these can go for.
And how long it takes to edit.
Well, that's because that's part of what I love about it, is the editing I get to do with it, as silly as it is. But thank you all for joining us for this, and we will see you at Adventure Mode.
You won, Joe. Good job. You did, but you were better than me.
No,
in this one though, I just want to be clear. I don't want to be like, well, it was stupid. No. I know that I dug down to the thing and forfeited, but it was absolutely your superior skill.
Like Dodd from Fargo 2 is a weird way of talking. Anyway,
I guess I should rewatch that again. Bye, guys.
I can't recommend it more. It was very, very, very fruitful to rewatch that. And here are some Keen Off trousers. Say goodbye.
Bye.